how I became an influencer in just a few months and how you can too. Hey guys, my name is Kristen and I'm going to share with you today a little bit of my journey on my social media and how I got from 0 to 100,000 followers in just 4 months. First of all, I never dreamed I would become an influencer. It's not something I set out to do, but here I am and I'm going to share with you the tips on what I did to get here. I don't even like the term influencer, to be honest, but it's really the best title that we have for it. And today on my Instagram, I have over 280,000 followers, and I got to this point in just about 1 year. Now in this video, I will share with you my social media journey and how I got to where I am today and give you some tips on how you can do the same for your social media. While I can't guarantee the same results as me, I can share what I did and then you can take some of these things and apply it to your own social media journey. Now I will be referencing my Instagram channel a lot in this video, so if you want to go ahead and find me, the tagline's right here. Otherwise, I will put it in the description below so you can see some of the videos yourself that I'm referencing in this video. Now, I did not get here because I'm some sort of amazing creator or awesome video editor or had any sort of professional skills in this field. Honestly, I had never made a video in my life until last year. Truth is, I was a complete amateur and I had to learn along the way. So no, you do not have to be a perfect video editor or content creator in order to start your social media journey. But I can narrow down my social media success into 4 elements. Now I will break down these 4 different elements into more detail and explain how this can help you grow your social media account. The 4 elements are audience, consistency, luck, and value of content. Let me explain. Now the first one is audience. Now all good channels that we know of have a specific audience in mind, or they have a niche that they're targeting their content towards. Now it would not make sense to make content about gardening and motorbikes and exotic birds and martial arts and farming. It just wouldn't make sense to do that because those are just all completely unrelated topics. What you need to do is find an audience that you want to make content for and direct your content towards appealing to that specific audience. Before I ever made any kind of content, I identified what my audience was going to be, and that's when I started making my reels to appeal to that audience. Now the niche I chose was more primarily family life, as an expat, or raising kids in a cross-cultural context. Now this is the first reel that I made. Go ahead and check it out. Okay, there it is. So this video got over 5.5 million views because it was the right audience. Now, after this reel and seeing that it went viral, I started posting every single day. And that brings me to our next point, which is consistency. One really important thing for social media is that you are posting consistently and regularly. When I first started out making social media content, I was posting a reel every single day for the first 6 months, and no, I never missed a day. Now this is where the hard work comes in when it comes to growing a social media channel. Now no, you don't have to post every day like I did, but you do have to find a consistent rhythm for posting, something that's realistic that you can stick with. For you, that could be 2 to 3 times a week. As long as it's regular, most algorithms favor accounts that post on a consistent or regular basis. And honestly, the more you post, the better. There is an Instagram account called Instant Bollywood and they have over 35 million followers. Now in a conversation they had with Mr. Beast when he asked how they got so many followers, they said that they posted over 100 times a day. Check it out.
How the hell did you guys get 30 million followers? You post 100 times a day?
Yes, that's what I told you.
How do you do that?
Yeah, see, that's crazy.
We have a huge team.
Now, that's pretty extreme if you ask me. 100 times a day is a bit much. But hey, it worked for them. So be consistent, find what works for you, and honestly, if you're not willing to do the work to post regularly, then you just won't see growth in your accounts. Now, you may be wondering how on earth I was able to post every day. So no, I did not make a reel every single day. What I did is I just have an ongoing note in my phone, and as I have an idea for a reel that comes to me, wherever I am in the day, I go ahead and just put that in my note, and then when I have time, I usually carve out a chunk of my week to devote to making reels. and I will sit down and make 4 or 5 reels at one time. You can do this and even just change your clothes between reels so people think it's made on different days. Find whatever works for you. However, you can work really hard and be posting a lot of content and still not see any success. There is a certain element that is just outside of our control. And that brings me to our third point, which is luck. Now, honestly, going viral is sometimes just a lucky shot and is completely out of our control. Now, sometimes I don't always get how this works. I have put a lot of hard work into making some reels really good and they just have not gotten a lot of views. And then there's also been videos that I have put very little effort into making and they get millions of views. So sometimes it's just really something we can't control. Now, I'll tell you what happened to me. About 1 month into me making social media content and posting every day, I posted this reel. Things in India that just make sense. Family lines at the airport, split school times. There's UPI codes everywhere you go. They do intermission for cinema. Having the MRP printed on any Indian product. Okay, now after I posted this reel, that was shared by a famous Bollywood actor that had over 5 million followers on his account. And you know what? That got my account to go from 3,000 followers to over 30,000 followers in just one day. Now, this was just pure luck, and that was just my lucky break, and it's not something that I did, and it's not something that was in my control, and sometimes that's just how it works. And in case you were wondering which Bollywood actor it was that reposted my video, it was this guy. You know, the guy from the Three Idiots movie. So yeah, he was a pretty big actor, and I attribute a lot of my initial success to this lucky shot. So while luck does play a part in it, you won't get these opportunities unless you're making quality video content, which leads me to our last point, which is value of content. Now, this is the last element, and it is the key to producing a successful social media account. Now, you have to be putting out content that is adding value to your viewers' life. So if you're posting content that's just a bunch of selfies or what you ate for breakfast, I'm sorry to say, but nobody cares. And that is not content that is enriching your viewers' life. So what is valuable content? Videos that go viral do one of 3 things. The first is providing useful information or knowledge to your viewer. The second is providing an element of humor. And the third is eliciting an emotional response in the viewer. So I'll expand on each one of these, and I'm going to share an example of one of my reels that went viral that fell into one of these 3 categories. Now, the first one is informative content. Is your viewer learning something from your video? Is their knowledge expanding as a result of something that you're showing on your video? Now, what information or knowledge do you have that the viewer should or would like to know? Now, here's an example of one of my reels that I posted that went viral that fell into the category of informative content. Check it out. Let's talk healthcare between India and the US. In the US, the average wait time for a general physician visit is 2 to 4 weeks, whereas in India, it's a same-day walk-in appointment. For a specialist consultation in the US, the average wait time is 1 to 3 months, whereas in India, you get an appointment within a week. For an elective surgery, the average wait time in the US is 3 to 6 months, whereas in India, the wait time is usually 1 to 4 weeks. So as you can see, this video is an informative video. I am informing the viewers on the differences between the healthcare system set up in the USA versus the healthcare system set up in India. Now, this video got over 4.5 million views because it was adding information to people's lives. Now, the second one is humor. Now, we all know that funny reels are the ones who go viral, right? I mean, who doesn't love a good funny video? Now, if you can make your viewer laugh or find something funny or entertaining through your content, then that content is more likely to be shared and it will grow naturally. Now, here's an example of a reel that I made that went viral that falls into the category of being humorous. Let's check it out. Okay, say it with me. Kilo, kilo. Meter, meter, kilometer, kilometer. No, kilometer. That's what I said, kilometer. Okay, let's try another. Say photo, photo, grapher, grapher, photographer, photographer. No, photographer, photographer. Photographer. Now, this video went viral because it humorously portrays the difference for how Americans pronounce things versus how Indians pronounce things. Now, this video has over 3.8 million views. Now, the third one is emotional content. If you can make your viewer feel an emotional response that draws them into the video and they can feel what you're trying to get them to feel with you. And now they're not just watching your content, they're connecting with your content. This will help them to resonate with your content and to draw them into your story more. This will help your video resonate with other viewers as well. Now here's an example of one of my videos that went viral that was an emotionally invoking video. Check it out. This is obviously a touching video about the day that we introduced our 3 daughters to their new sister. Now their warm responses and welcoming smiles really made the viewer feel the joy of that moment. Now because of that, this video has gotten over 9.5 million views, and another similar video that I did about our adoption, that one got close to 28 million views. Now this one really works. Viewers like to feel the emotion that you are trying to invoke in them. So there you have it. That's my journey and my experience as a social media influencer. And these are the steps that it took me to get from basically nothing to 100,000 followers in just about 4 months. And all through organic traffic. Now we've all seen those accounts that have a lot of followers and have no engagement on their videos. And that is through non-organic traffic, and that is not what I'm endorsing. Just do yourself a favor and don't pay for fake followers and bot followers. It just does not work, and people can see right through it. I try to avoid those accounts at all costs. Take it from me and just don't do that. But you can follow my tips to find organic growth for your social media account. Hopefully these tips were helpful and can help you get started on your social media journey. However, if you're still wanting help getting started, then we can help you apply these principles. Now, whether you're a business wanting to attract more customers or you're a creator wanting to grow your platform, at Skyfish, we can help you with your social media journey. We can help you on your social media goals no matter where you are. We will help your page grow organically. We can help you with coming up with a strategy, a plan, content ideas, implementation, video editing, and we can give you all the tools you need to get started and to be set up for success yourself. If you're ready to take your social media presence to the next level, contact us today, and I'll put the link to our website in the video description below. Check us out. And if you made it this far, thanks so much for watching and hearing my journey and my story. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to hear more content and more tips on how to grow your social media presence. Thanks for tuning in.